Hello, Brobs. We're back with more Frank Leslie's Christmas book, 1889 to 90. And we continue with the saga of Bonny's fortunes. Chapter 8, Liese. Pretty soon the professor put on his hat and went straight from the house. Bonny heard the door bang. "Where's gone?" he asked. "I think Herr Papa's gone out." Then Bonny showed that he could be very ill-tempered, for he stamped his little feet and screwed up his eyes and mouth while tears raced down his cheeks. "You berry naughty boy," he cried wrathfully. "He did say he'd fetch the little music. He'd tell the story, and I do be berry angry." "Come here, little Johann," Madame Bruder said gently. Bonny went quietly with her. Upstairs she unlocked the box, and she brought some little garments and some toys. The garments she put on Bonny. Then they went back again to the sitting room with the toys. Suddenly Bonny looked up and found that the little mutter was crying. Bonny put his arms round her neck. "I don't want you to cry, 'cause you isn't naughty. You berry good, it'll mutter. And Bonny is berry good too, all good, I tell you. Bonny not cry, it'll mutter not cry, that's what I say." When the professor returned, Bonny's cheek was pressed against her bosom as lovingly as if he had been her own Johann, and he did not move, even when the Herr Papa called him. "Go, my little one," Madame said. "Run to your Herr Papa. See what he has got for little Johann." He had two little musics, one smaller than the other. The professor put this into Bonny's hand. "There, little one, that is your own little fiddle. And what will you say to Herr Papa for that?" Bonny laid the fiddle on his shoulder and drew the bow across the strings. Then, when he found the music was not nice, he said, "You play, I tell you." The Herr Papa played a little strain, which Bonny tried to imitate. Then the professor took the fiddle away and brought a blackboard and chalk, with which he drew lines and wrote funny little round dots with tails to them. These were notes of music, which the Herr Papa was trying to teach Bonny. But Bonny did not like that, and would not even look at them. So the fiddle was taken away, and Bonny had another little rage. "It is but a baby," Madame remonstrated. "You must not worry him to learn. If he learn not now, he will never learn," her husband replied. "It is a passionate little heart, but a loving one too," Madame said. "Johann," the professor said gravely, "I think I must take you back to the street where I found you, all cold and hungry. Come then with me." The professor took his hand and drew him toward the door, but Bonny began to kick and struggle and howl. "You bad man," he cried, "I kill you, bury dead, I will. I shall stay with it'll mutter. Little mutter will not have a naughty boy. Come, we will have this battle out." So Bonny was carried upstairs and left alone. After he had raged a while, he stopped suddenly, and with a heavy sigh sat down on the floor and began playing with the fringe of the counterpane. Then the professor came in. "Little one, are you ready to go away and leave Herr Papa and little mutter?" Bonny only hung his head. "Will you come and be Herr Papa's good little child?" The next moment Bonny was tightly clasped in the big arms and was sobbing away all his obstinacy. When they went downstairs, Bonny saw something that made him stare. On Madame Bruder's knee was a little girl with long, fair hair. Liese was a niece of the professor, a little orphan girl. The two children were soon friends. Liese, who was very good-natured, did everything that Bonny told her to do. They played at window trains, and Liese consented to be deaded for quite a long time. Then Benny was the doctor and felt her pulse and made her put out her tongue and pretended to stick a little knife into her and pour medicine into her mouth. And when the professor and Madame Bruder returned, there's Bonny with his uncle, or his Herr Papa, was giving Liese a lesson on the blackboard and punishing her for being naughty. Mr. and Mrs. Bruder had never had but one little child. He was so beautiful and sweet and gentle that his parents adored him. But little Johann fell ill and died. It was a terrible blow to Herr Bruder, who, for a time, never appeared in public. When his niece Liese was left to his care, he became more reconciled. The two children practiced music together and learned rapidly, but one day when Bonny saw the professor take Liese up in his arms, he ran off to his room in a rage. He was very jealous. That's the end of Chapter 8. Liese. Goodbye, bros. Goodbye.